All right, so I didn't have a bunch of time today, but I wanted to do a quick video and show you a quick progress update on this new corner I'm putting together. If you've seen some of my videos, I have like a couple of different backgrounds, but most of them are pretty nerdy because you can see like my board games and my medieval shield and my role-playing game shelf in the background. I do have one where it's just like these felt hexagons, which is pretty cool, but it's a little bit boring, I think. So I decided to set up something a little more like clean and professional looking. So we have some shelves back here with a lamp. Over here we have these are also felt tiles. So here's what they look like when they're not on the wall. I thought about going all vertical with them, which I think would have looked pretty cool. Kind of like that all the way up and down. But I realized that you could still kind of see the line between the tiles, and that bothered me. So since I couldn't hide the line, I decided to just kind of alternate the orientation. These are supposed to help with sound dampening too, which I don't actually believe, but I guess anything that's softer and porous and has angles will help a little bit, but probably won't be a huge impact. So that's going good. It was a little bit of a challenge figuring out how to hang shelves on a closet door. This is actually a hollow door back here. So I had to get some special anchors, which ended up not working at all. And then actually I'll show you one here. So these actually go in like this. And then there's a key you pop in, which makes them expand out again. And then you put a screw through and it tightens everything up. I think these doors have like a honeycomb inside, so I wasn't actually able to use these. So I ended up using these instead, which kind of worked. So we'll see. I don't have anything heavy up there or anything breakable, hopefully. Well, besides that glass jar. So we'll see how long they last and if they stay up. I may have to do something a little bit different there. But I also wanted to talk about something I use a lot when I'm recording. This is a tip I got from a podcast editor back when I had podcasts and I was looking at getting it edited professionally. They asked me if I had a click track or something like that. And basically what it is it is a dog training clicker that when you mess up, you click. So I found this one on Amazon because I wanted one that I could put on my finger so that I can type and different things like that because I do software demos mostly, but I need a way to easily click this when I make a mistake or I'm doing a retake. The way you would use it basically is if you mess up and you know you're going to repeat a line, click, then repeat the line. That way you don't have to stop really. You just click to indicate that you've repeated a line, then you continue on. I've also experimented with like double clicks for alternate takes where like the first take is pretty good, but I might record a second take just because I want to change the wording or something like that. I don't use that a lot, but the single click saves me a ton of time in editing, and here's why. So when you're editing a video, you're going to be able to see the waveform of the narration or voiceover, and you will see these clicks as a big spike because of the frequency of the click. So what happens is you'll see a line and then a click and then a line and then a click and then another line. If you are doing this diligently, you know that that means the last line where there's no click after it is the good take, which means you don't have to spend time listening to the first two, which if you've spent any amount of time editing video, you know this is going to save you just an insane amount of time. It even works for me. I use DaVinci Resolve and I use their automatic silence delete. And it even works with that because the clicks are retained. So you'll see it as a little slice there between your takes. So if you're recording your own stuff, even if you're using a teleprompter, because you're going to mess up even when you're reading off a screen, I would highly recommend including this in your toolkit and using it every time, because I would guess that it will take your initial editing time where you're kind of cutting out silences and cutting out mess ups and getting your good takes. I bet it'll cut that phase down by half. If you try it and it helps you, let me know. If you have any other tips like this, leave it in the comments because I love learning new things that can make my video production go more efficiently. Like I said, I just had to squeeze this video in because it's a busy week, but hopefully this is helpful. And next time you see me in a video, you'll probably see this background hopefully finished. That's all for now. I will catch you in the next one.